Hello everyone, it's me, Juan34 Video. Today, I just want to take a little moment and, sit down for a bit. Grab myself a chair. So, um, 2023. Not gonna lie, it's been it had its up and downs, but overall we're about to head to 2024. A lot of things big planned for 2024, and hopefully another good year of doing this with you guys. Reacting to some stuff, laugh with each other, read, and all that. But I think a lot of people I think a lot of people have been wondering why the shift of change. And by that I mean it's like I know some of you out there are probably thinking, where did all this FNAF come from? Like back in the day, I never once hint of FNAF. And I only did the one video where I was trying to make a theory about the moon animatronic, which we now know is Moondrop, or I guess the daycare attendant. So, where did this happen? Where did all this FNAF started? So I guess that's kind of where I want to begin. And this is more of a story base, so you might as well sit down as I tell you a story on how I discovered FNAF and how it changed my life. So I guess you can also think of this as a way for you guys to sleep better. Easy to sleep while I talk. So I guess you do that as you will. But without further ado, where do I begin? I guess I'll start with big revelations. Number one, I guess big revelation. I wasn't really much of a fan of FNAF. I know, gasp, shock, shooketh, but it's true. I never really was a big fan of FNAF. In fact, I pretty much tried to avoid anything scary in general. There was just something about FNAF that made me kept away. That made me avoid anything related to it for the longest time. I remember when I was at school once, in art class, there was this, I had a group of friends who were talking about stuff. And one friend showed me something. And it was basically, it was an office, like it was a game that he recommended me playing if I had a computer. Now, granted, I didn't have a computer back in the day. Well, I mean, I did. I had various, but most of the time they were slow and most likely jam-packed with viruses. And the only computer that I had available was the school one. So I wasn't able to, obviously not be able to play that. Um, so he showed me, and there was the Bonnie jump scare. And that scared the living daylights out of me. Of course, I had to play it off because, like, what? You expect me to fall off the chair and let everyone look at me and, like, laugh at me? No. No. I wasn't going to go out like that. But suffice it to say, FNAF made its mark on me. That night, I couldn't bear to sleep because I always see Bonnie there. I know, it's starting to sound like a Fazbear Fright story. But, yeah, I pretty much tried my best to avoid everything about FNAF. And it was, like, hard to do so because every time where I go to Walmart when I was young, I always find a there was always that one bin of Five Nights at Freddy plushies. Some that were like rare of modern times. Like in the modern day, I feel like a Golden Freddy that's not a bootleg, that's rare. But back in the day, it's like so accessible that, you know, it's so accessible. Like anyone can get it. And looking back, I kind of wish I did bought those plushies to be honest, because even my cousin had a plushie of Freddy, and it was like, it's like I can never get away with it. I can never get away from FNAF. No matter how much I don't like it, it's just there. It's right there. And of course, this did hurt me in a level. It did kind of made me not, you know, watch the extent of a certain YouTuber that you guys are maybe familiar with. Um, yeah, I don't know what to tell you this guys, but I've been watching MatPat way before I even started doing reaction videos reacting to them. I kid you not. No, I've been a lifetime MatPat fan. I've been a long time Game Theory fan. Like the first video I saw was the two-parter Mario is evil video. I guess that's also the day where Kevin started to hate Game Theory. Kevin really didn't like that video, and he was a big Nintendo fan, and he just didn't like MatPat. I mean, and that was funny because the next theory that I think I hated from MatPat was the Sonic one, where Sonic is slow. Ugh, that was some good times. But MatPat started releasing videos about FNAF, and of course, me being as scared as I was, anytime MatPat released a video that's FNAF, I just choose not to watch. Heck, I felt like I even unsubscribed for a bit because, like, if he's just gonna pump out FNAF videos, how can I watch my favorite YouTuber if all he's doing is just watching FNAF? If he's just talking about FNAF, something that I genuinely was scared of. About a couple years went by, and I was in a study hall with a computer, and I got my things done. So there was like so I was able to access the web, to say the least. And well, um, there was again I saw, videos. I was going to watch some game theory stuff, and I don't know what was the latest he released that day. Really, I don't know. I think it was a Deltarune video that I saw that I was trying to access, but because, the schools were so strict, since the school's restriction stuff was so strict, I wasn't able to watch that. But what I did see was a plethora of Five Nights at Freddy's videos. So it's like, I decided, you know what, I need to swallow my pride because I've been running away from FNAF for the longest time now. And I felt like it's going to haunt my head for the rest of the days. So I just decided to, you know what, put in the headphones, lower down the volume in case of jump scares, and I got to work. Watch the first ever video from MatPat. And then I watch another. And then I watch another. And then another. And then another. To give you context, the latest video that I feel like he did was like the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. Before Pizzeria Simulator came out. So yeah. I genuinely thought FNAF was over. and then I was just there for the ride. He released videos for Pizzeria Simulator, and then Ultimate Custom Night, and then he did a timeline. Then he started talking about VR, and then we finally got to the books. And I will say, um, I wish I could have reacted to the last books because, geez, like, I think, I, yeah, I think I started reacting to MatPat's videos. Like, I started doing reactions of MatPat's videos regarding FNAF. I feel like it started right at book 3. So there was still book 1 and book 2 that I never did reaction videos of. I wonder if I'll ever do them. We'll see. Honestly, we'll see. We'll see if that ever is gonna happen. But yeah, I started reacting. I started, and I guess I started to. I think I started to continue most of it. Every time MatPat does a video, I just got out the latest book I got. And I ended up buying the whole collection. Like, for real, I essentially bought the physical copies of Fazbear Frights, and I didn't care if I did bought digitally. I was still determined to find the physical copies because I don't know. I just wanted the physical copies more than I want the digital. And when I discovered that book 12 of Fazbear Frights, the Felix the Shark one, is only physical with the bundle pack, I ended up buying the bundle pack that came in last Christmas. So now I have 2 sets of Fazbear Frights books. And let's not start with Tales from the Pizzaplex. I started to buy that too. And then the Security Logbook. And then the graphic novels. And then the original novels. And then the Freddy Files. Like, genuinely, I just bought anything that's FNAF related in terms of books. And most definitely, that's never gonna end, to be honest. And, yeah. And then, then the whole, revealing of Security Breach happened. And then it started my journey to become a fearist. When I tackled, is the Moon animatronic good or evil? And I kid you not, I was blown away from that success. I was blown away from how well it performed. Because I'm just gonna say it upright. I was nervous revealing that video because if I was not, like, I wasn't MatPat. I wasn't no other fearist out there. I was just a novice. I was just a novice I was just a novice trying to do my first time theorizing. And currently, right now, it's my second most viewed video at 4.7 thousand views. 3 years ago. It's crazy. But it made me happy and it made me want to do more theorizing. And, well, that's how I got here. That's how I became a theorist. That's how I became who I am now. Obsessing over FNAF, and in some ways I feel like game theory was the reason why I got to it. And I'll be honest, I do have some regrets. I mean, I wish I could have bought some of the Five Nights at Freddy's plushies back in the day. Considering now how expensive they are now, like seriously, I have the first gen. I got the first gen of. Yeah, I got the first gen plushies with me right now, and that was just unexpected. I didn't think the Walmart that I went to had these, but I knew that I had to get them, or else this would be my last chance. And the rest of the plushies I found from Amazon or some stores. But it was crazy that I got my hands on the first wave of plushies. So yeah, that's the story. That's how I got into FNAF. Uh, Most likely you'll be asleep now, or I don't know, you're still up. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.